Hi everyone, good day. So I will be the first reporter of the topic Expressionism as an art movement. So first, let us define first what is Expressionism. So Expressionism is an attitude or philosophy of art. Usually, it is not a particular style. So artists express their personal feelings or emotions through their works. So when we say expressionism, in the visual arts, artistic style in which the artist depicts not objective reality but the subjective emotions that objects or events arouse. So expressionism aim is accomplished through the distortion and exaggeration of shape and the vivid or violent application of color. So that is the definition of expressionism. So, history of Expressionism. As a movement, the term Expressionism usually denotes the 19th century, early 20th century schools of emotive or interpretive art, which emerged in Germany as a reaction to the more passive style of Impressionism. So, the word Expressionism was first used in 1850, mostly to describe the paintings where an artist's strong emotions were clearly depicted. So the popularity of Expressionism increased in Antonin Matiszek in 1910 coined the term. With this word, the Zizek art historian intended to denote the opposite of Impressionism and indicate one of the main currents of art that expresses highly subjective, personal, spontaneous self-expression typical of a wide range of modern artists. Whereas the Impressionists sought to express the majesty of nature and the human from through paint, the Expressionists, according to Matiszek, sought to express their feelings about what they saw. So, Expressionism first emerged in 1905 when a group of four German students guided by Ernst Ludwig Kirchner founded the Die Bruck or the Bridge group in the city of Dresden. A few years later, in 1911, a like-minded group of young artists formed der Blue Rider or the Blue Rider in Munich. Kandinsky and Franz Marc were its founders, while Paul Klee and August Mock were amongst its members. So these artists became the foundation of the German Expressionist movement. Since then, Expressionism became a widely recognized form of modern art. And Expressionism had its most direct impact in Germany and continued to shape the country art for decades after the First World War. While certain artists rejected Expressionism, others continued to expand its innovative art and style. Other forms of movement developed in France, Paris, and Austria. So the neo-cyclic or new objectivity movement was influenced by the highly emotional tenets of Expressionism. So while the neo-expressionists emerged in Germany and then in the United States, reprising the earlier expressionist style. And now I will be discussing about the proponents or the persons who discovered this art movement. So first, Ernst Ludwig Kirchner. So Kirchner was a driving force in the Die Bruck group that flourished in Dresden and Berlin before the World War I. And he has come to be seen as one of the most talented and influential of Germany's expressionists. Motivated by the same anxieties that grip the movement as a whole, fears about humanity's place in the modern world, its lost feelings of spirituality and authenticity, Kirchner had conflicting attitudes to the past and present. An admirer of Albert Dürer, he revived the old art of wood-block painting and saw himself in the German tradition, yet he rejected academic styles and was inspired by the modern city after the war. So when the Nazis rose to power in the early 1930s, he was also a victim of their campaign against degenerate art. Depressed and ill, he eventually committed suicide. So the second proponent or the second person who discovered this art movement is Vasily Kandinsky, a Russian painter born in December 4, 1866 in Moscow, Russia, and died December 13, 1944 in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France. So Wassily Kandinsky, one of the pioneers of abstract modern art, Wassily Kandinsky exploited the evocative or interrelation between color and form to create an aesthetic experience that engaged the sight, sound, and emotions of the public. He believed that the total abstraction offered the possibility of profound transcendental expression and that copying from nature only interfered with his process. So, highly inspired to create art that communicate a universal sense of spirituality. He innovated a pictorial language that only loosely related to the outside world. His visual vocabulary developed through three phases, shifting from his early representational canvases and their divine symbolism to his rapturous and operatic compositions, to his late geometric and bioformic flat planes of color. Kandinsky's art and ideas inspired many generations of artists, from his students at the Bauhaus to the abstract expressionists after the World War II.